what I want to talk about is strategic technology planning. This is something that every organization should do, whether they are a small organization or a large organization. And what size you are and how in depth you want to get into this will determine how big of a strategic technology plan you make. But the first thing you should do with a strategic technology plan is to make a review of your network, of your technology, your software, your hardware, and your network procedures, your hardware procedures, your software procedures, your purchasing, your antivirus, those type of procedures. You should review those and then write them down. You should also definitely talk about your backup strategy. Explain your backup strategy in your plan. And then this will lead into what you will do in case you have a disaster, whether it be just a hardware failure or if your building shall burn down. How will you recover from that type of situation? And this will have an influence on your backup strategy. And then your plan will have of what you want to accomplish next year. Because this is something that you should do yearly, you should definitely have something that you want to accomplish your next year. And then also what you are seeing down the road 2 and 3 years, because that will have influence on what you're going to be doing your first year or your next year after you complete your strategy. To go about your strategy, you have done your review of your network, your backup strategies and stuff, but now you need to talk to your personnel, interview them, ask them if they see staffing changes from 1, 2, 3 years down the line, always 1, 2, 3 years down the line. How do they see their work changing? Perhaps they'll suddenly say, we're becoming more mobile. One of the surprises that we had in our conversation was a person saying that we need to bring the world resources to the kitchen table, and which suddenly said, hey, that means we need to be more mobile with our technology. And so that was a change of the work, the way they work. And then also ask them what technology they use. And by technology, it's just not what computers they use and stuff, but also, do they use books, paper, filing systems? For example, just through them talking about, we're copying off papers for reading materials for the kids, and we're laminating, and they're spending a lot of money on printing a large amount of reading material. It's making us think that maybe perhaps we need to use some type of electronic book reader with a program. It's something to think about. But you get that through the conversation, on what technologies they are using. And then you ask them, well, so who's the owner of the technology? Who's the expert in their area? If they have a question of how to do something, who do they go to? And then also, like for instance, like with software, what features are they not using? What features does the software have that they're not using, and why? Why aren't they using those? And maybe it's because they don't have the training, and so that maybe had to be put into the strategic technology plan of having more training. And then question is, you can also ask them, are they up to industry standards? And if not, what would it take to get them to that point? And then you can also ask them, what do they want to accomplish? And let them be free in their conversation on this, because there might not be some specific technology that they know about, but you may know about it. And then finally ask them, where are they having difficulties? And sometimes you'll find out that they're having difficulties with the text. So they need to So you may need to put in your strategic technology plan your soft people skills.